It's the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Good Monday morning. I'm Tyler Glenn, and welcome into a cleaned-up beach bunker after a very festive St. Patrick's Day weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. Today on the show, we're going to talk food, fun places, and lots of mayhem from the food department. Remember the Fat Boy Burger guy from Winnipeg? He returned my call. He's going to be on the show. Richard Karen is in Winnipeg, and he is trying to eat every fat burger in the city, and we'll talk to him after 7:30. Fun places. Spring arrives at 4:24 this afternoon, and spring break for Manitoban starts next week. We're going to look at spots locally, next door, internationally that could be fun to visit, and I need your help with that. Fun place is not the emergency room, but that's where one news person ended this past weekend. The shocking news video from this weekend that had everyone sharing, everyone concerned, took over the internet. And Lori had a gender reveal party over the weekend. Oh, she shared video all over the place, and we're going to share it with you. We've got some funny gender reveals, and we welcome you into the beach bunker. Clean things up. Good Monday morning. Good to have you along. I promised the show would be politics-free, except for today. You're going to indulge me for 2 minutes, and you'll see why. Because I got my hands on the newest bad lip reading video, and it's just too funny to not share it. So it's not really politics, but we'll have some fun. Also, news this morning that ChatGPT AI is down. That's the latest computer program that you can ask anything, and it spits out all the information. It's artificial intelligence. It's the program that everyone's worried about, that book reports are being written in high school and college now because of artificial intelligence. It's got professors and parents and schools really concerned. I got into a fight with the AI over the weekend. It didn't end in fisticuffs, but leave it to your friend Tyler to get into a fight with a robot. I guess it was my St. Patrick's Day shenanigans. Yeah, I just started. I didn't like the answers it was giving me, and then we got into it, and you've got a problem with being right all the time when you're taking on the AI machine. And I won, by the way, and I'm going to tell you what that was all about. We'll talk about that later on in the show, but it's worth sticking around for, because there's being right there with your friends, and then there's being right with your boss, and then there's being right with your spouse. But when you can take on artificial intelligence and say, excuse me, I think you're wrong here. And they go, oh, actually, you're right. I am wrong. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a look outside and see how things are shaping up this morning across southern Manitoba and see how your ride to work is shaping up. We've got spring coming at 4:24. Spring is coming at 4:24. But you know what? This is a time of year when roads can be slippery, and that's because of the blowing snow and the heat of the sun. That's what spring is all about, is that the earth is tilting. The earth is tilting us towards her. That beautiful ball of fire. Oh, Mr. Sun. Oh, yes. Warm us up. But the thing is that because the pavement is black, it gets, all the dark colors get the warmth first. The snow blows across. It melts because of the sun. And they closed, like, most of North Dakota late last weekend, even into the weekend. Like, the interstate from Fargo to the Canadian border, basically Friday and part of Saturday, was closed because you couldn't get to Canada or couldn't get to Fargo. It was not a good weekend for traveling. So that's how things are looking this morning across southern Manitoba. In for a decent day today, but it's a cold start again. Really cold, unseasonably cold for this time of year. So. Yeah, it is. We're waking up to some double-digit nastiness this morning. Let's take a look at wind chills this morning. Woof. Even Mexico. Even northern Mexico's got wind chill. Look at that. Just one last kick in the groin. One last kick in the pants before winter says, see you later. What are temperatures like this morning? Let's take a look at that. Here's what things are looking like across North America. And as always, where we are is the absolute coldest, but that's not going to last too long. We are going to warm up. And actually, we're in for some single-digit highs, lots of melting. Ooh, speaking of which, did we get much melting over the weekend? We'll take a look at snowpack before we get into what today is, March the 20th. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. But you got to be a follower on the Tyler Glenn Show on Twitch to get the birthday song. That's the rule, okay? And it's worth a follow, I'll tell you. And it's also worth earplugs. Customized Tyler Glenn Show earplugs. Here's a look at snowpack. So, oh boy, the snow's going by. Where do we got? You know what? Look at that. Manitoba, right? You know, the parkland. If you're in Dauphin, you got to be like almost snow-free, I'm thinking. That's awesome. Oh, man, North Dakota, whew, I don't think you've seen snow like this in years. Usually you lose your snow well before us. Same with Minnesota, but nope. They're gonna have some snow well into April because of those snowstorms that swipe through towards the end of winter. So that's our Bring On Spring map, and spring, again, officially arrives at 4:24 this afternoon, and that doesn't necessarily mean that all our snow is going to go bye-bye, but we're hoping for that. We're hoping for that. All right. Let's say good morning to Jody and Quentin and Karen, Kathleen and Porky and Judy. Quentin says sometimes you need to ask ChatGPT, that's the artificial intelligence, a couple of times. It's good, but not perfect. Well, come on. Come on. They toted this thing as you ask it anything and it'll spit it back at you. I don't want excuses. This is a machine that's supposed to be artificial intelligence. If they're that worried about it writing papers in universities and colleges and, oh, no way. I ask it, I want an answer. You know, when I say, what's the capital of Manitoba, and it says Brandon, we go, yeah, that's kind of nice, but that's not the right answer. Just like inferior meat muppets. At least that's what it called me. Oh, sounds like you got into a fight with it too. James says, Burr, good morning, Sunseekers. Good morning, Sharon and Tasha and T. Webster 3. You got to remember all that snow is going to turn up water and come here. Oh, good point. Isn't that the truth? We're the drainage basin, and it is going to come here. But, you know, because of the cold that we've got, it's going to be slow. What can I say? It's not like we are going to jump into the teens or south of the border. They'd say the 60s or 70s. That's not going to happen. We've got cooler temperatures for this time of year, but a warm up is on the way. Good morning, Kathleen. Today is Monday, March the 20th. I hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day weekend. I had a wonderful lunch with my friend Amber on Friday. Wanted to just show you a picture of the two of us. We went out and caught up on life and shared stories and lies and had lots of fun and talked about how things are going in life. And it was a lot of fun to catch up. So before I continue, I wanted to say thanks for lunch. And she bought. So, she realizes that I'm a struggling artist now. And so, yeah, she bought. There we are, having our lunch. And good morning, Mavis. Good morning, Mendoza Taxi. If you need taxi service, call Mendoza Taxi. They'll get you home from any curling bonspiel anywhere in Manitoba. Yeah, there's me and Am. Okay, so thanks for lunch, Amber. That was a lot of fun on Friday to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And then, of course, we had our green beer, and we went to the pub in case you missed it. We were at the pub in Dublin. That was a lot of fun. The band that we were watching at the pub, at the Temple Bar, didn't play any Irish music for us. If you look at the video, it's on demand on the Twitch channel. What did they play? Like ABBA, Old Time Rock and Roll, Van Morrison's Brown Eyed Girl, and we hung out there drinking beer for like an hour on Friday. It was cool to see the crowds. There were people watching. There were a couple people that were getting out of hand. No fights. And the crowds in the streets were insanely packed. The folks who were joining us for the fun on St. Patrick's Day, we all got claustrophobia just by watching it. Like the people that were in the street. Holy God, that was amazing. Amazing collection of humanity on Friday. So for those that joined us for the green beers on Friday afternoon, that's not part of the regular Tyler Glenn show, just a bonus little time together. Thanks for being there. That was a lot of fun. And I think we got all the decorations cleaned up here at the beach bunker. So, oh, you're telling me about your St. Patrick's Day. Yes, please do. Please do. How did your St. Patrick's Day end up? Good morning, Deb. Someone won enough money to buy supper and listen to the band at Sandhills on St. Patrick's Day. Although you can't say St. Patty Day anymore, remember? That was our friend, Ms. Murray, who said we have to say St. Pat. I corrected so many people on the weekend after she was on because I used to do that all the time too. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, you won money. That's good. That's great. As long as you don't have to spend more money than you got to put in. Can we have this day once a month? Where St. Patrick's Day once a month? I guess we could. Where we dress in green and drink beer and go gambling? Is that what... I mean, you could pretty much do that anytime you want, I guess. Tasha had a great weekend. I painted my daughter's bedroom a shade of teal called Lakeview. Oh, that sounds awesome. I also did the bathroom the same color. All us three girls got haircuts, too, so that was nice. Well, that's great. That sounds like a pretty productive weekend. You know what yesterday was for me? Oh, just awful. On this gorgeous day, the sun is out. I realize I haven't done my taxes yet. So I spent the whole day yesterday. If I turned this camera around, this camera right here, you would see a table that I set up in the beach bunker, and it's completely littered with receipts. There's receipts everywhere. I still didn't get done. Oh, I hate tax time. I don't know how accountants do it. If you're an accountant, God bless you. Oh, my God. It's so awful. I just hate numbers. especially when they're in the negative, especially when there's red ink everywhere. I got so much red ink. Anyway, that was my day yesterday. Speaking of paint, Sharon says Westman Wave finished second at the Volleyball Manitoba's premier tournament. Yay! Sharon, where's the highlights? I need your help. Sharon, you got to send the video highlights to my inbox. And then like a little script that I could read along to say, number 3, Jennifer Ward had 3 spikes, 2 bumps, and what's another volleyball term? 3 spikes, a bump, and a jam, and I don't know. So congratulations. That's great, Westman Wave. Good morning, Misbehavin'. There's a carnival here in Sawatanheho, Jody. Oh, that sounds fun. I love numbers, says Tasha. Well, it takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. My dad is a numbers guy. I never was. Didn't get that gene. I got the creative gene. Now the numbers people, Tasha, coincidentally make a lot more money and do much better in life than those of us that are creative. But we maybe have more fun. Maybe that's the trade-off. I don't know. Misbehaving likes numbers too. Okay, number mafia. Don't jump. Okay, no. Do you guys want to do my taxes for me then? You don't have to deal with big numbers. Quentin says, kids and I cleaned the house like a teenager trying to cover up a party from their parents. Kelsey gets back from Mexico tomorrow. Boy, that was a quick trip. And you are trying to cover up a party. What are you talking about? We had just such a shaker, Quentin, and you know, she's never going to watch this show. She's not going to know what we did. And the holes we dug are pretty deep. Come on. Even though there's frost in the ground, we managed to heat up the earth and dig big holes. So she'll never know what we did. Tasha, yay. Okay, let's get to because we got to say goodbye to our Facebook friends and social media friends, which is a part that I don't like doing, but it's a necessary evil. Thanks for all the follows, by the way. Boy. And thank you for the subs as well. I do appreciate it. I do joke, but those who have managed to struggle through and link their Twitch accounts to their Amazon Prime account. Amazon Prime is likely something you're already paying for, but yours truly can get out of his red ink when participants in the show link their Prime account to Twitch, because it's one of those bonuses that Amazon has. You get a bunch of free stuff when you sign up for Amazon Prime. And one of those things is a free subscription to your favorite Twitcher. Yeah, I'd be a Twitcher. Am I a Twitcher? Twitch streamer. Anyway, you just link it and say, yeah, I'm subscribing to Tyler. You're paying for it anyway, but I get $2. So what is it? What is a Prime subscription, you know? $12, $10, something like that. I get 2 of that. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty cool. And I appreciate the folks that are doing that. We have, I spent the day smoking briskets. Of course, Porky, you did. Of course. Way too early to make my stomach growl. You're going to like today, Porky, because today meat takes center stage on our calendar. Let's take a look at what today is, shall we? All right. It's Alien Abduction Day today. So don't get abducted by an alien. Watch E.T. It's one of the only movies guaranteed to make me cry every time I watch it. My kids get a huge kick out of it. They always used to, you know, if there's a party on or something, or they want to embarrass Dad, they'll put the end of E.T. on. I quickly jump up and shut it off. Gets me every time. Sorry, it just does. Atheist Pride Day, Act Happy Day, Bibliomania Day today, Crawfish Cravers Awareness Day. Now, I like the taste of crawfish, but you know me and work. I'm not going to, if I have to go to a crawfish boil, and you know what I'm going to eat? Probably the potatoes and the corn. Have you ever seen those crawfish boils where they put everything in a pot and then they dump it all on a table and you get to eat with your hands? It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. It's like, do I have to peel these? It's like the peeling shrimp. Oh, it's too much work. Can't I just be peeled already? It's French Language Day. It's Hufflepuff Pride Day. International Astrology Day. International Earth Day, National Bach Beer Day, National Jump Out Day, Kiss Your Fiancé Day. It's Ravioli Day. I am finding that aside from Chef Boyardee, finding generic brand name ravioli is difficult to find right now, post-pandemic. I don't know why, but like a no name or the what's Walmart Great Value brand or something like that. It's hard to find. I don't know. If you see some, let me know. Just shoot me a DM. I never had crawfish before. Yeah, that's seafood is seafood. Is it? If you got to crack it open to eat it, it just slows it down. You're hungry. You're sitting at the table. You want to just. Jody says we did that yesterday with chicken and barbecue ribs and crawfish. That sounds delicious. World Theater for Young People Day. Won't You Be My Neighbor Day. Won't you be my neighbor? That must have something to do with Mr. Rogers. I bet. No, it doesn't say. Won't you be my neighbor, Mr. Rogers? Isn't he the greatest? It's Snowman Burning Day today. How do you do that? Snowman burning. Buy the pre-made raviolis, then make your own sauce. Boil them until they float, then add to the sauce, cover in cheese, and bake for 30 minutes in the oven. Thank you, Derek. I don't like cracking things, says Tasha. Yeah, I'm allergic to work. But anyway, it's World Frog Day. Of course, it's the first day of spring. It's also Marriage Proposal Day. And it is the Great American Meat-Out. The Great American Meat-Out. And I want to introduce you to somebody named Molly Schuyler. And Molly is one of the greatest competitive eaters ever. I just was made aware of Molly. And Molly at one eating event took down 3 72-ounce steaks. This is absolutely unbelievable. What does a 72-ounce steak look like? I've got one here for you from foodchallenges.com. This is a 72-ouncer. Okay, that's one steak. Just so you can make reference, have a look at that. The Great American Meat-Out. We got to do this quick because we got to say farewell to our social media friends. Oh, we got lots of good stuff on the show today. Come on over to Twitch. Come on over. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat. Okay, so that's one of the steaks. Okay, for reference, here comes Molly. Molly takes down 3 of these things. This is incredible. And does it in an amazing amount of time. I think like less than 20 minutes.
She is like a bird.
That's unbelievable. 3 of these steaks. This was in Texas. Apparently, this is quite the thing, these 72-ouncers. Now, you'll go on to YouTube and you'll see guys that are eating 150-ouncers. That's 2 of these things. She takes down 3. That is 215 ounces of meat. You want to talk about meat sweats? This is craziness. Quentin says anything's possible with a tiger torch and a little bit of whiskey. That's crazy advice, Quentin. That's a lot of meat. So she is just going to keep eating. I am going to fast forward this a little bit because obviously she takes it down. It's amazing, these competitive eaters. And everyone's just standing around watching. Oh, you need napkins? Look at, here comes the napkin lady. Yeah, do you need a napkin or anything like that? Like, do you want any barbecue sauce or do you want ketchup? Nope, just the meat. And look at her pound it. And a little bit of water. What's with the sunglasses? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Why do you need sunglasses to eat 215 ounces of meat?
I'm still going. Hey, I appreciate it. It's a free steak, you know.
if we can get a dessert and throw in some shirts for the kids. Yeah, no, you need a pail of Metamucil after this, or some corn oil and prunes. Like when you're eating that much meat. Oh,
Football players still going strong.
Still going.
Oh, you still got a lot of your steak left, man. What's going on? It's too pink.
And lettuce too. This is just to make sure traffic keeps moving. I'm thinking. This is crazy. Anyway, Molly gets down to the end here.
2 shrimp down.
On some shrimp too. There was shrimp with this?
1930.
So 3 72-ounce steaks.
And here we go with the potato.
And a potato!
I don't know, do you
This
think
is
so good?
crazy. And where does she put all the food? Again, these competitive eaters that are so tiny.
1945. She may be able to
Look
make
at
it.
that.
Come on, Molly.
They must,
Make some noise.
as soon as they're done, they must like just go to a private area. 3 72-ounce steak meals, 3 baked potatoes, and shrimp.
72-ounce steaks.
That is in 21 minutes. She did all that in 21 minutes. Oh, I get the meat sweats just watching that. Oh my gosh. We have got to say goodbye to our social media friends. Have a great Monday. Happy first day of spring. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Thanks again for being part of the Tyler Glenn Show, but there's room for more. Please come on over to Twitch. Do the download today. Do the download. Get the account. Come on over and comment with us. Have some fun. And be part of the Tyler Glenn Show on Twitch. And in the meantime, we have to say goodbye to our TikTok friends, and we do that now. TikTok's got some hearings this week in Washington. Ooh, hope they go well. I hope they go well. We'll see. We'll see. And then we have to say goodbye to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the other social medias, because we're moving on over to Twitch. Have a great